Tonight, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Again, everyone, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And Richardson will throw to start out here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's the former NFL rushing champ. It's Jonathan Taylor. The numbers for him from a week ago: 18 carries, 102 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Richardson working from the gun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3rd and 4. Richardson out of the shotgun. He'll let one go deep for Downs. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a 1st down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called.
And oh, it's complete. What a catch at the 7. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Taylor going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Second and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expect him to make a run and not only matching, but exceeding those numbers.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Raiders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
How about the vision on the run here? This one's intended to just be a straight dive up the middle. But once he gets through traffic, he sees that the open space is to the outside. So he's just going to angle himself out wide and win the race to the pylon.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Now it's Richardson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And Richardson slides down after evading the defense, and he moves the chains. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Again, it's Taylor. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks. First and 10, it's Richardson. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Now 2nd and 3. Richardson looking to throw this. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And the Colts are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now Richardson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Downs. A 2-yard touchdown grab, and the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they... And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 7. Caught on a slant. Touchdown, Raiders. Gabriel Davis from 10 yards out. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am, go ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, or they want to let the return guy touch it.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And this taken in by Downs. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And Richardson back to throw it. Quick slant caught by Pierce. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On first down, Richardson. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Richardson to the air on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his pitch catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter. There he goes, right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Here's Richardson to throw. And it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people make him play.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. The Colts send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They go play action here on first down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the Raiders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts set to take over here offensively. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Richardson looking to throw. Rolling to his left. Oh, some strong running. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Richardson. That's complete to Pierce. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the shotgun, Richardson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Back to throw. Richardson. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. losing 3 there on the sack, and that makes things tougher here on 3rd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Colts. Josh Downs with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Richardson will throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Richardson. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. Well, the black hole and everyone in Vegas on their feet. Here's 3rd down now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Richardson to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Here comes 2nd down and 5. this crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Gay's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And he will get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7. If you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here.
Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Where will the pressure come from? 4th and 6 now.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
That is caught.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Here's 1st down.
They'll look to throw.
On the slant, he's got Davis.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Colts who are going to get a chance to win it here first as we're back underway in overtime. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
1st and 10, Taylor now. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 42. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Decision to be made on 4th and just a few inches in overtime. What do you do?
I know you've got to weigh it out as a head coach, because if you don't get it, you've turned it over in a great spot for the opposition to go down and win the game. But 4th and inches, I think what most teams do is they say, if we can't get inches, we don't deserve to win anyway.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback.
And he is going to have a Colts first down, so quite a call there. They go on 4th and inches and wind up getting 5 yards. Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back.
Now Richardson. That complete to Downs.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
So it's a win here for the Colts, and it was thanks in part to the play of their third-year quarterback.
Yeah, he really had a great night throwing the football. 3 touchdown passes. He was totally locked in. He was precise, and really willed his guys to the victory.
So for the Colts, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
with that, we say good night from Las Vegas.